friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if this is your first time. It's lovely to have you here. Today I thought I would do a quick video on how to print on tissue paper for using in collage work. So these are just some of the tissue printed papers that I had. Actually, that's a piece of deli paper, but same concept. This is tissue paper. And so I thought I would show you how I go about that process. It's really quite easy. So most tissue paper comes in these big kind of folded packages, and all I do is I start out by cutting a bunch all at the same time, and I will cut the tissue bigger than my printer paper, whatever size paper your printer takes. It all works. It all works. So I'm just going to cut out some here. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of tissue now that I can use. And actually, when I unfold that will get me probably, that will get me a bunch more too. So, okay, so I start out, oh, this isn't too like crazy and bright. I wonder if I should put down hang in there with me. This is kind of an impromptu, unplanned little change. It just felt like it was a lot of white. So we'll just stick this in here so that we don't have that problem. Okay, so you can use a glue gun, but I find that this, any glue that has a really fine tip on it is going to work best. And I start out by just running a tiny little, you just want the smallest amount. You do not need much at all. And you want to put it as close to that edge as you possibly can. And then I actually find what works best is to put the tissue down and then lay your paper down on top of the tissue to start. So that way you know you're getting really good coverage on all the sides. And then I just come back in and run beads of glue down the side. And I do it in small sections at a time because you don't want to have to lift that tissue back up again if it gets placed in the wrong way. And you really want this tissue to be as absolutely flat to the paper as you possibly can get it. And I just work it down the paper. It's hot here in Arizona and I need my fan, but boy, fans are a pain when it comes to working with tissue. All right, I've got just a little bit left to go here on the ends. And there we go. It's nice and flat. You're gonna wanna let it get, really dry. You don't wanna run it through the printer before that glue is dry. And then I just come in and trim off the edges. And I I don't cut the paper to fit to start with, because then you have to be so super careful about the lineup that it's just not worth it. So if I do the trimming afterwards, it just seems to work a lot better. And you only have to do this on 3 sides. You do not have to do this on 4 sides. But when you feed it into your printer, you want to make sure that the open end is at the top so that it feeds in with the glued end first. And that's it. That is how I am able to get prints of my own artwork, or prints of sheets that I buy off of Etsy. Anything that you have on your computer that can be printed on tissue. And it makes for really, really nice collage pieces. So the tissue just disappears into the page once you put your mediums on there, like your matte gel medium and stuff like that. And all that's left is the image. One more thing, one more really important thing that I almost forgot. After you print, make sure that you spray them with a varnish. I like both of these. This one has a slight sheen to it, but it doesn't matter because it's going to get covered up in your collage anyway. This is actually the one that I prefer. But if you don't spray them and let that dry before you use them in your collage, your inkjet printer ink will definitely bleed. And as I discovered recently, that is not fun. So that's it. That's all I do to print on tissue. And tissue is so inexpensive, and printer paper is inexpensive. So it's really a fun way to make your own papers for collage that are translucent or transparent almost, and just kind of disappear into your work. So there you go. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.